Yo, 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 yo. Okay, so you guys can kind of hear me better now. Okay, that's great. That is great. I want to see if there's a way I can. Man, YouTube's. I can use like a streaming service. I might just do that. Uh, because I didn't think YouTube's system would be this trash. I gotta set it up in Streamlabs. I'm not gonna lie, I just have it for Twitch. But either way, I'm making this video, guys, to talk about. Let's see. What do I want to talk about? I think I'll talk about locking in. That's what I named this video. I do wish some more people would join, but it is what it is. If not, then I'll just fucking start my spiel. So in this life, we're given the option. You can doom scroll on social media, go see some girls, go on some dating apps, go get addicted to porn, whatever it might be, or get in like some escapism. I mean, escapism could be all of that, but you know, man, if you clicked on this video, it's time to lock in, bro. And I'm not just saying that just to say it. Like, hey, bro, go to the gym. Hey, bro, start lifting weights. You know? Yeah. I'm saying that to let you guys know, man, it's the beginning. It's like that song, it's like a different person in Chicago. I forget how it goes, but it's like beginning to end or end to beginning. When you start going to the gym, your body's gonna start releasing all these hormones. And when you start releasing these hormones, you're gonna have a will for life. So that's gonna help you every day. It's gonna help you keep your head up. It's gonna help you stand your ground in times that you need to. If it's your boss, if it's a girl, if it's some dude at Starbucks, I don't know. You know, it's not about, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm trying to get big. It's not about that kind of stuff, guys. It's really not. So yeah. You know, I wish I had some people in the chat right now that could ask some questions, but I understand. You know, this is my first YouTube stream, so I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting it to be pretty slow. I mean, on Twitch sometimes I'll get like 4 views, but I know this is different. But yeah. So guys, if you're out here practicing like semen retention, no fap, you know, all those things are good things to practice, but don't get fucking lost in the sauce, bro. You're in it as a beginning. You know what I mean? That's the training wheels, my brother. It's the training wheels. It's not you fucking getting on those training wheels week after week after week, watching the videos and, you know, I'm not saying you shouldn't subscribe to those people. Go ahead, bro. You know, like you'll learn a lot of information. And that's good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I still have some people, but I really don't. Once you start transcending yourself, you know what I mean? If you're watching videos on how to build muscle and you're watching a guy go over the beginner workouts, or let's say somebody that can't do push-ups, right? Of course, there's going to be different types of push-ups for people that can't do push-ups. But when you can finally do a push-up, you're going to start doing push-ups. And what do you start doing after that? You're going to start doing harder types of push-ups, right? Diamond push-ups, all types of things. That's the same thing with spirituality, you know? You're not going to be stuck on level 1 forever. You know what I mean? And I see that with a lot of people. They stay in this cycle of learning things that are very mundane, things that they already know. It's there's comes to a point where you have to actually start living it. You have to actually start living this life of uh, of what you believe, you know. And guess I could go to my next point. I believe in God. I believe that there's a higher power above us, and I do think that getting away from the lust, getting away from the drinking, getting away from all the drugs has helped me understand that in a very deep level, on a very deep level. And now I don't like doing those things. I don't like going to see girls that just want something from me, and we know what I'm talking about. But that's the point of this video, guys. It's to tell you guys the truth of life, you know? You have to elevate yourself. You have to level up. Most guys get stuck in a rut or in like a fucking what are those like typhoon type pools called, where it just goes in a circle. You know, they don't ever get out of that. They go to work, it's the weekend, they drink. The goal is to get with the girl. They get drunk with the girl, whatever. They have sex with the girl. They feel like shit the next day. Try to go to the gym, whatever it is. Then boom, back to work. And looking forward to the weekend. In the midst of that week, maybe these people are going to be increasing their knowledge base from that Monday to Friday. Maybe they're going to be reading some books. Maybe they're going to be watching some YouTube videos to help them. And all of this does help. It really does. But if you're still in that, how much is it helping? It's not helping much. So that goes to say, you have to start living. You have to start doing the things you're seeing. You have to start jumping. You have to start taking these risks. How can you start taking these risks when you're following that same structure? You can't. That's the truth. You can't. It took a lot of fuck ups in my life for me to even be here in front of this camera. Truly. I've been through it I've been through some really fucked up situations, guys. But now I'm out here living what I wanted. I'm doing what I want, you know? I may not be in the best financial situation, but everything else is aligning just as I want. I'm doing YouTube. I'm making money. I still have I'm just like anybody else. I have a 9 to 5 job. I'm going to the gym almost every day. I'm seeing results in the gym. What else? I'm staying away from alcohol. I'm staying away from drinks. Yeah, I'm staying away from any types of drugs, except for nicotine. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of stuck with that. But yeah, staying away from girls. And I'm not here to boast in any regard. But yeah, no, I'm just basically back to what I was saying earlier. If you want to start seeing results, like I've been seeing results, you're gonna have to start changing things. And most of us hear most of us hear this all the time. Oh man, I have to change my life. Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing when you wake up? Are you just fucking sitting in your bed, bro? Just fucking scrolling on TikTok? Bro, delete the fucking app, man. It's not even in the app store anymore. Once you delete it, you won't get it back. Fuck it. Who cares? Live your life. That's how it's supposed to be. I feel like that was the reason it was deleted in the first place. And yeah, don't get lost in the sauce, guys. If it's nofap, if it's semen retention, if it's how to pick up girls, bro. All of that shit is fucking useless, bro. It's just like the Tony Montana, right? Like once first you get the money, then you get your power, respect, whatever. But it's not. You don't get all the fruits first. You got to go through the hardships, man. You got to build yourself, and that's what I'm here to say. The reason I have the thumbnail that I have for this video, it's Sung Jinwoo. He's the, I don't know if I would even call him the protagonist anymore, but he's the main character in Solo Leveling. Um, and he went through some pretty hard trials in his beginning, in his upbringing, of trying to be a better version of a fighter, right? Of a, I don't even know what they're called, but they basically go into these little, I don't even know what they're like. They're like kind of like dimensions, right? And you have a ranking system, and he was an E rank. So he was like the weakest of the weak, and that's all of us. You know what I mean? It's an analogy for men. You know what I mean? That's how we start out. That's us in high school. That's some of us in college. That's some of us even in our fucking 30s, 40s, and we don't take the necessary steps to go from E all the way to S. And S is like the top of the top. And when would I consider myself that? Fuck no. I'm probably still, to me, I'm probably still like an E. You know what I mean? If I was in that system, but I see myself as something higher. You know, if I continue training in the gym and I continue doing work on myself financially, spiritually, physically, I'll become a better version of levels. And that's what I'm striving for. I mean, I know this shit kind of sounds kind of corny. Why my name is Levels, but that show kind of gave me an awakening. And I mean that's funny because in the main, it's fucking corny as fuck. But I had an awakening through the stopping of drinking and being with girls and starting to read my Bible and gaining like wisdom. And it connects so much to that show because I'm nothing like who I used to be. Like, and I'm talking about like 2 months ago. So yeah, it just goes to show that anything is possible on this planet, you know? This is so much more than a planet when you really realize it. This is like, this is everything in itself. It's everything. So once we start realizing that we are everything, then anything is possible because everything and anything is like one and the same. But I still have zero. I don't really care about the viewers at this point. I'm kind of enjoying this, just talking. And like I said, like a couple months ago, I was a completely different person. Like I didn't. I'm in my room right now, and this, if you guys can see, it's like a little box. This is really not even supposed to be a room, but I have a full size bed in here. Got my closet over there, so it's pretty nice. I've turned it something nice, and it's actually like soundproof. So I think this used to be like a fucking little studio or something. I don't know. There's like all types of plugs for like different types of speakers and all that. So it's a place for me to really find myself, and it took me a while to understand that, you know, I think everything happens for a reason. For even me to just get this room in this, but yeah. So all I can say to you guys is, firstly, you have to lock in. You have to understand that this life is given to us so we can reach our full potential. There's a higher power, which is God, Jesus, the Son, and the Father, and the Spirit that work through us, you know? And once we connect to those three, we become who we're called to be. You know what I mean? We start getting discernment, which is, most of you guys probably know what discernment is, but it's like a sense. It's like a it's like a sixth sense where you know you shouldn't do that. And some can call it intuition, but it's if it's coming from God, then it's bigger than intuition, because intuition is just a feeling. It's just but discernment from God. It's completely different. So I would even call it intuition, because it even says in the Bible, our hearts can lead us astray, our mind can lead us astray. How many times have you followed something that your heart was calling you to follow, and then the next day you don't really have that same feeling in your heart, right? Why is that? Because our hearts can lead us astray. And let me actually pull up. Where's the So Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Man, that's such a fucking bar. Who can know the heart if it's deceitful? All we see, this world is demonic. It's of the devil. All of this, it's just flesh. It's nothing. We're bigger than that. That's what we have to understand. Once we start to realize that, then it's a completely different game. And that's why I connected. That's why I have that thumbnail, because this is a game. It's a game of your soul. Solo leveling is a game for your soul. But you have to be able to understand that. And it's about choosing. Do you want to follow your body, or do you want just a body, or do you want to follow like your soul? And I'm pointing it at my heart, but who knows where the soul's everything. It's everything. The soul could be right here. I don't know. The soul could be looking everything. But yeah, no. One other verse about the heart. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. And all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. This is basically saying we have to trust God. We can't trust ourselves. If we trust ourselves, we'll be led astray. If we trust our hearts, how many times have you just walked in the park and you saw somebody writes on like a table or like on a rock or something? It says, "Follow your heart." You look at the rock. Oh, this this was a calling. This this was meant to be. This was meant for me to see it. When this world is not of God. First seek the kingdom of God and all his righteousness. That's what it says. I want to show you guys that verse next. Okay, so Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So, one more time. Just one more time. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. What are these things? Food, clothing, house, living space, money, everything. All these things shall be added unto you. If you're following your heart, will all these things be added unto you? Probably not. Maybe so, but will it be for the best? Will it be for God's will? That's what we have to understand, guys. It's deeper than what we see, it's deeper than what we think. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm following God. I'm following God's will. And it's very hard to follow God's will because we're sinful in nature. And that's why we have to pray. If we don't pray, if we don't stay close to God, then we will follow our body. We will sin. If you're on SR, if you're trying to stay away from girls, you will continue to relapse and get with a girl or get in your bed and you know what I mean? It's not that's not how we're supposed to live. I was doing that. I was in that fucking little cycle of retention. I was in group. I mean, honestly, go on Reddit, type in SR, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like you'll people that are dedicated to those chats, or forums or groups. And honestly, there's a lot of wisdom in there. There's a lot of smart people that have been through it all, but the ones that truly make it are not telling you that. Well, the ones that are staying close to God don't even have to worry. They don't even have to really think too hard about it. I've been on it. Like I haven't been with a girl. I haven't done anything by myself and with any porn or man, I probably shouldn't even say that, but with anything for probably like I don't know, like close to 40 days. It's probably like the longest it's been for me. Like since I was like what, like first started when I was like 18 or nah, honestly I probably started when I was like 15, 14. But when you're that young, it's not that bad. But still, you might do it like once a week or whatever it is, bro. It's all astray. It's nothing. It doesn't matter. It's gone. It doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, guys, I'm really excited that I started this, and I would honestly really hope that you guys subscribe to the channel because I really want to continue sharing these videos. I mean, I haven't really gone anywhere deep into uh, to anything I've been through or my testimonies in life or anything. So yeah, I just want to say, guys, just keep going, man. Trust in God, bro. Keep God first. You see all the people that really make it, and the ones that don't, but are strong and are not worried. To keep God first, man. What is it to gain the world? What's that? I mean, you guys would probably already know that saying that Bible verse, but what is it to gain the world and lose your soul, right? That's another verse in the Bible. So when you see these billionaires, like just a couple weeks ago, we had a lot of millionaires and billionaires that had their houses burned down in Malibu and uh, in all like West LA. So you're talking about in the hills. You're talking about people in the Rothschild, the fucking empire families of the families that are like the most elite that ended up passing away. And that's very sad. I feel bad for people like that. But it's not even about them. The verse I'm referring to is referring to people that make it, that follow their heart, that go the route of, yeah, I'm gonna do this because this is what I want, and they do it, and they become successful, and maybe they step on some toes that they shouldn't have, but it was for the best because you're following your own will, right? You're following what's best for you. So sometimes you gotta cross a couple people out just because it's in the best interest of the business, right? Whatever business it is. If it's the business of entertainment, if it's the business of acting, whatever it is. If I'm a real estate agent and there's 5 other real estate agents that I could work with, but I say, fuck y'all, I'm gonna close these 6 deals all by myself. And there's all types of situations that I could be talking about. But saying, referring, for the verse that I'm speaking of is Mark 8:36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the world and lose his own soul? Why do people become millionaires and billionaires and kill themselves? For what is it a man to gain the world but lose his soul? Gotta understand, guys, this is serious. This is life or death with every decision we make. Because sin is an identity. To kill yourself is to not be pleased. And I understand, I was in those shoes, I was completely depressed in certain situations. Felt like ending it all, man. Felt like doing that, because I put my faith in man. I put my faith in a girl, and that's not what we're supposed to do. That's why we feel like that way, because people are gonna let us down no matter what. Do you know why? Because we're sinful in nature. That's just how it started. Read Genesis. There's Adam and Eve, and once they bit the apple, they became sinful in nature. That's just how we are. They went hiding behind a bush, and God asked, "Where are you?" And Adam said, "I'm hiding because I'm not I'm not clothed." I don't know the phrase. Don't call me a heretic or anything, but I'm not. He was basically saying I'm not covered up, and God said, Who said you're not covered up? Who said that? Where did you get this all from? Because he was pure before. He was completely righteous. He was all of God's creation without any type of sin uh, attributed to his soul and body. And once that started, he felt shame. He felt resentment. He felt guilt. He felt fear of God. I mean, we should feel fear, but when God is like literally just talking to you, like if you're Adam, you're like, oh, that's a different type of fear. But yeah, no, it's probably more so shame, honestly. But the reason we can't put our trust in man is because of that. So we have to understand that we can't trust in these worldly desires. You know what I mean? And you guys can say, "Oh, look at you wearing this polo Ralph Lauren," or I got this from Goodwill. It was a crazy steal. But sometimes you gotta treat yourself. You know what I mean? I mean, this was probably like $12, but hey, it's a fresh cop. I'm not gonna lie. I got some other fresh cops, like these headphones. These are some Sony XM4s, and I actually fucking broke the bank for these. But fuck it. Sometimes you gotta do what you want. You know what I mean? You gotta treat yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Every once in a while, but as long as we're following God's will and keeping God first, that's what truly matters. I'm not depressed anymore, guys. I'm not going through thoughts of suicide. I'm not thinking of uh, the world ending and, oh man, it would just be great if some crazy fucked up shit happened to tomorrow and then at least the world would be different. Bro, that's all thoughts from the devil, bro. That's what the devil wants. That's not what you and that's not what God's will for you wants. You know what I mean? And you get that when you feel God. I promise you guys. And there could be people that are atheists watching this video. There could be people that are all types of religions watching this video. And I want to let everybody know that truly when you seek Jesus, he finds you. Jeremiah 29:13, and ye shall seek me and find me, and when ye shall search for me with all your heart. So if you're truly searching for God, if you're truly on a path of I want to speak with God, I want to find him, eventually you will. Eventually you will. And you'll feel the most peace that you ever felt. And that's what I want to say. Is every video that I make going to be about God? And I mean, I'll make connections, I'll make points, but I'm going to be talking about everything. I'm going to be talking about Trump. I'm going to be talking about whatever, bro. Some tech that I really like. If it's anime that I really like. If it's some UFC that I really like. If it's something in the world that everyone's, I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion. And then, but man, I'm not right. Nobody is at the end of the day. We're all sinful at the end of the day. So we have to really trust in God. That's why it's important to connect God with everything and not lean on our own understanding, even with those things. If it is about things that are, what's the word? Very controversial, right? It's not up to us to decide those things. Like the fires in Cali or like what's happening with all the immigrants. You know what I mean? Like, who am I to speak about that? You know what I mean? When it's really about God's will at the end of the day. So, guys, I just want to say I love all of you guys. Truly, man, I really do. If you were able to tap in and watch this video, I hope I helped you. I really do hope that I helped you lock in somehow, some way to understand that life is what you make it, man. And the second you start following God, bro, you'll see your life change. So, it's your boy Levels. Levels hit back. First live video. And if you guys have any questions, man, feel free to email me anything, and I'll talk about it in my next live. I chose YouTube over Twitch because I felt like I would rather have a following on YouTube. I think there's a lot of different type. I don't want to say that. There's a lot of there's a lot of fuckery on Twitch, and there's a lot of stuff that's So I mean, I'm not saying I won't stream there, but I'm just saying if I could choose somewhere where I could organically grow, it would be YouTube. So 32 minutes, 37 seconds in. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.